I showed you this little bumper here in my Christmas update video. Little cardboard bumper that I've made up for the front. This is based on the Galande front winch bumper from RC 4-wheel drive. I believe that's how you pronounce Galande. Correct me if I'm wrong, sorry about that. It's based on that, however it's a lot less deep this way, so it doesn't protrude from the front as much and it can climb up rocks better. And I'll have the little bars running across the bottom here, and I'm even going to make a little wooden winch just to sit in the front here and make it look cool, because I don't want to spend 40 bucks for a real one. So what I did is I ripped off the top here like that, took the bottom, flattened it out, and traced it on some metal, and now I have a metal replica of the cardboard bumper. So that looks pretty good actually. Now what I've also got over here is this obviously doesn't fit in the frame of the camera, I don't think. No, it's about 3 feet or so of 1/4 inch rod. So the 1/4 inch is thicker, I believe, by a little bit at least, than the rod which RC 4-wheel drive uses. But I like it just because it looks really beefy, and it's about the same size as the cardboard I used. So you can imagine this with a little rod across the top, and down the sides. So what I did is to make this, I just traced the cardboard onto it obviously. Then in my new vise that I got for Christmas, 5-inch vise, I started in the middle by bending over the middle section, bent over this corner a little bit, but then I straightened it out by putting in like this, and flattened over this side and flattened over this side. What did I use to do that? Good old sledge. And yeah, I think it actually turned out pretty nicely. For these little areas on here, let's see if we can get it to focus in. For in here, you can see there's a little hole on either side. But I'm thinking we can just put a blob of weld in there and then grind this side smooth. If it's not perfect, then I can always just put some auto body filler on it as well. That looks pretty decent. You can see all these little dots, and that's because the teeth of the vise, when you hammer it over, make little dimples in it. So that's not perfect, but hey, this is a homemade bumper, and basically isn't costing me anything other than the $3 I had to pay for this, which was outrageous, but I didn't feel like going all the way up to the superstore to get our metal. Where's focus? That looks about good. This is a manual focus camera, so sorry about that guys if it's not perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put some bends in this, drill 2 1/4-inch holes on either side, and put it in there. I'm not going to be doing any welding tonight, but maybe sometime soon we can get it tacked in place on either side and get the rest figured out as well. So, a little update for you guys. Let's continue on here. Okay, well I've just taken this 1/4-inch rod, put it in the vise, smash it over with a hammer. You got this. Drilled 2 holes in the bottom of the plate. Bent the rod so it was slightly too wide for the holes. I sort of forced it in there so it's just pressure fit right now, which will be really handy for when it comes time to spot weld these on. I think that looks awesome, guys. Like that's basically the RC four-wheel drive bumper has cost me about $3. So I got this kind of metal here as well, which is, well, here, let's do this properly. 1/8 of an inch thick. And I'm thinking about using this as some dividers in here and in here. I actually set this back. I'm hoping the camera can get that there. This is not at the front of here. It's actually set back in a little bit. So in terms of having a divider like this, it would not just go straight up, it would actually come up a little bit and then go back in a little bit. Again, similar to the RC four-wheel drive. So then I just have two little dividers like that, and I might take some more of this and put in a little bar here, a little bar here, just so there's not quite so big of a hole for the headlights. And from there, yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it. I might take a little bit more of this thin sheet metal that I used for the actual bumper and make a little plate that goes in front of the winch, again like the RC four-wheel drive bumper. But I don't know, maybe not, maybe I will, maybe I won't. As for mounting, I think the back's screwed on right now, but underneath my truck, since it's a custom-made chassis, I got a big flat piece of steel right here, and I got the two tubes in there from the chassis. So as for mounting this on, I have decent enough options actually. I'm probably just going to end up welding this directly onto the chassis so it's all one piece. But I may also just have it so it just bolts on. Not totally sure on that just yet, but if I've got the welder out anyways, I sort of feel like you may as well just make it good and strong, right? So yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video here, as it's going to be a couple days before I get this welded up. But I'll let you know on more progress when that comes, and we'll see you again later. One more thing, almost forgot. Just to talk about it a little bit. You already saw some videos at the beginning of this, but I've got a steel rear bumper now. That's made out of this metal I was showing you. 1/8 inch steel, and that's a pretty beefy rear bumper there. I mean, like, you're gonna be able to hit that and it's gonna be just fine. The mud flaps, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but they don't actually come to the outer edge of the tire, so it does look a little interesting. So I'm keeping my eyes open for some rubber. When I mounted the vise on my toolbox, I had this rubber top, which is really nice, but it's corrugated, and it's got this cheesy backside to it, so not going to be using that. But if I find some rubber, I'll make some wider ones, maybe even use these on the front. I don't know. They're fine for now. They look way better than the stock little plastic things it came with. And yeah, lost that stupid step here and the trailer hitch, I guess it was. I found them really annoying because when you went over a rock, rock would then hang up on those, and they were all bent back and scraped on the undersides. The tire here has actually got a bit of scraping going on it as well from the rocks. But anyways, guys, yep, just one last little thing I wanted to show you. Peace out, and we'll see you again in the next video.